All right, Trudy.
What?
Yeah, Heather's on the phone, and she is the recipient of the acupuncture scholarship
Oh,
that you have to do with, that you established. And she's going to do a little bit of an interview because she's not been able to meet us personally. So, Heather, what would you like to ask Trudy? All right. Trudy, look right at Lee and give us your name, your full name.
my name is Gertrude. Isn't that awful?
No, especially because Trudy is our favorite.
And
And the last name is McAlister, right?
Yes, right.
All right. How did you meet Jean Bruno and get started with acupuncture and establish your foundation?
Well, a number of years ago, I was a very sick girl.
Is that when you had the French polio?
Yes. And nobody knew what to do.
To make you better and stronger.
Stronger, yes, right.
Right. So who referred you to Gene? Did you just find him through one of your doctors, or did your husband find him?
Yes and no.
But you got started with acupuncture, right?
I got started with acupuncture, and it worked. So everybody else wanted to try it.
Right.
So that's what they did. People were coming in and trying it, and they were getting results. So a few months later, Jean tried to visit me every day. My husband would make it a point that nothing interfered with our one-day visit to Dr. Bruno, because we were getting such good results from his treatments that we made it a point of being there every day.
And you regained the strength in your legs. You went back to playing golf again.
Yes, I did. I didn't have a very good summer. On top of everything else, so I had appetite operation. Appendicitis.
Oh, appendicitis. Okay, so that knocked you back a little bit, huh?
Yes, it did. I never got to play my golf. I couldn't do anything. Well, I thought, this has got to stop. What's going to happen? And being an only child, I sure wasn't going to be the only child that was going to be able to do this or that in my lifetime. So I started exercising just on the golf course.
How did you happen to decide to establish the foundation?
Oh, that part of it. Well, I got to thinking about this thing, and I thought, my goodness, why don't we do something here? Everybody else goes out and gets donation for different things, diseases. That's helps everybody. And why shouldn't we start something like this? So Dr. O'Brien and I were very good friends, and we used to chit-chat every day, and I thought, well, we can't waste this chit-chat, we gotta put it to some use.
Oh, you and Jean Bruno?
Yes.
Yes.
So we got to talking about how would it be if we did something where people could donate their money to, that would be a big help, because we have doctor after doctor that helps people with this crisis that we have, this awful disease that we can't seem to find anything for. But we maybe could do so if we had people experiment with the information that we had, that we could try all these experimental things on our patients and get it down on good black and white paper and try it. And then, much to our amazement, we were beginning to get some results. What I wanted it to do was not individuals, but what I wanted, something that would keep. So I said, there must be a lot of young doctors, boys that are going to medical school and wanting to become doctors, and they know nothing about this, what we're doing. Why don't we have them study this and see if we can't come up with an answer? The things that we're finding out are really working with the doctors, and most of the doctors are, the young men are doctors that are headed for the medical field, and they could continue on with their work and have to have some medical experience to enter this portion of the study of this disease. Does this make sense at all?
Absolutely, Trudy. As you recall, you're the one who got, you said, I want you to go see Jean Bruno, and I'm going to pay for your first time to go there because you were having a difficult time talking me into it. And so I went, and I've been going back ever since because it has helped my back issues after a couple of bad car wrecks to the point where I'm back dancing and leading a normal life. And I owe that to you first of all, and to Jean Bruno next. So yes, Lee's been switching it back and forth.
Well, I'm so glad that it's been a success.
I know you are, because I know you have always been a believer. Is there anything else, Heather, you'd like to ask Trudy? Trudy, Heather would like to know, if you looked right into the camera that Lee's holding, what would you say to some students out there who are studying in this field? What kind of advice would you give them?
Well, in the first place, I looked my situation over very carefully. You've got to have a certain amount of medical training to become a doctor. And so in order to doing this, you're doing this for your regular medical qualifications. And while you're doing that, why not be able to accept a training that you have to have a complete training of medical of 4 years of, I suppose, of medical training to get into a spot that you can be qualified to train.
To be able to get into this field, right?
To get into this field, that's right.
Right. The thing that I have found that I think is ever so important is the doctors I've gone to over the years have been wonderful, but you know, when they don't have such things as the knowledge of how to do acupuncture, to work with herbs and various minerals and things like that that are more natural to us, it seems like the common thread is, well, here's a prescription for a drug. And we don't need all those foreign things in our bodies. And the thing that's so beautiful about this profession is, I've talked with both Gene and also with his protege, Travis, and they don't go into this lightly. For example, both Gene and Travis told me that Gene took Travis under his wing and has worked with him for over 12 years. And so there's a lot of care and concern and just great compassion and humanity. So God bless you, every student who's going into this. No matter what you do, if you have a medical background, that's wonderful. But I think acupuncture can do so much for every human being. And personally, I thank you because I've been introduced to it.
Can we get a big smile from Trudy looking this way?
All right. Well, if
Well, we know that you're sincere about the whole thing, and you're determined to make a success of it.
Well, I guess, Trudy, you and I together then will just say good luck to all of you students out there.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
All right. If you can slide that and turn it off. Heather, you're going to have